A lot of times these were put in buy it now bins for 99 cents and just piled in there right out of the shipping case. So a lot of them, the cards got beat up, the bubbles got beat up, so it's very, very difficult to find these in the condition I've been able to find them in and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade over the years. So let me go ahead and take you around over here. This is just an area where my kids and myself hang out. I do collect sideshow, quarter scale, and some other type statue stuff, just things I really like. You can see on my walls all these autographs that I have. Every single one of the autographs that are on my wall is somebody I met in person. There's not one of them on my wall that I did not meet in person and have the autograph done to me personally. Right here is something, I'll go ahead and take this off the wall. It's something that I have left from my personal childhood. So you can see where I had X'd out all the different characters that I owned as a child. So for me, this is really a priceless piece because this is one of the only things Star Wars related that I still have from my childhood. Down through here, more of the modern line on this wall. This is the VOTC line. Still got to update it. I got a bunch of new ones that I just haven't had a chance to take care of. Over here, you have the last 17 Power of the Force line, the droids and Ewoks characters. Another line that's really, really difficult to find in good shape. This is the spare bedroom. I'll take you in here real quick. This is just kind of miscellaneous stuff. Battle Bees, Transformers, Indiana Jones from the 80s. Over here on the left is kind of like He-Man from the 80s, which is some of my favorites. The 12-inch line from the 90s. And my Lion-O is one of my only toys that I still own from my childhood. The real unique story behind it was my son found it stashed up inside of my mom's piano. So we go to pick them up one night, and lo and behold, he says, "Dad, is this your toy?" And boy, you talk about a really exciting time for me to actually have one of my toys from my childhood, because that's the only toy I own from my childhood. Nightmare Before Christmas, just one of my favorite things, just a little side thing I like. As you come on around this way, this is the back side of the line. This is the Return of the Jedi part of the line. You can see here and also up here. So this whole lower section that doesn't have anything on it is going to be all the card back variations. So you'll see a 12A, 12B, 12C, 12D, and so on and so forth. So this is all going to be filled up with the back variations so you can see what all back variations there are. As we come along here, this is more of the modern line wrapped around this long circular wall. And some 12-inch Metacom figures. I absolutely love the 12-inch lines. And so I collected all the different lines, Sideshow and Metacom. Over here, you start to backtrack, so you're going from Jedi back into Empire. So as you can see, when I started the room, I started off with Star Wars. I came over here to Empire, came around here to Jedi. Jedi continued around all the way to Power of the Force on the backside. Let me take you over here. This is where I don't collect many prototypes. Most everything I collect is production. But this is one of my favorite things I absolutely had to have. This was when Return of the Jedi came out. They were going to name it Revenge of the Jedi. They made about 40 complete sets of Revenge of the Jedi cards. And somehow they all got, smuggled out the back door, and thankfully now into so many people's collections to enjoy. So one of my favorite things there. The Sideshow lines have 12-inch inside these cases, and then the Master Replica. I didn't buy all of the Master Replicas. I only bought the ones I really liked. So that's what this whole line is. The Power of the Force coins. I got all 63, the Droids coins, the Ewok coins. I custom made this case, and as well as the basement. I'm a carpenter for a living, so for me, I custom designed this basement, made everything exact to what I knew I was going to display. So I really enjoyed that part. That was a lot of fun. As you come around this corner, well, I missed one thing. In this case, this is a newer line. It's just it's the old figure version of 12-inch of them. I really enjoy it. This is the die-cast line, and this is the micro line down here, which I just recently started collecting packaged on those. A little bit of mixture of everything down here. I kind of like the battle droids, so I did a battle droid army down below. You're getting ready to enter here. This is the whole entire mint and sealed box collection from Star Wars all the way to Jedi over here. So as you can see, I did like the reverse side. The reverse side has this whole collection loose. This side has it all packaged. And I started out with Star Wars on the left, and then you go into Empire, continue to Empire, and then behind you here is all the Jedi and Power of the Force. Over here, which is something I'm very fond of, this is like something that even if I ever sold my collection, I'd have a very tough time ever getting rid of any of these. I absolutely love my loose variant collection, so I've been taking years and years and years to collect these. These now go from Kenner all the way to Spain and Mexico variants. This collection up top here is probably one of the rarest 12-inch doll collections in the world. I don't know of anyone else who has the collection in the condition that I have it in. But as far as these go, there's not many in the world you're ever going to find in this condition. The Vader was extremely tough. The dark brown Jawa is one of maybe only one or two in the world. But this to me is one of my favorite things that I had an enjoyable time collecting. Up on top is all the Melloways. But down below is all of the loose variants. Some of the sideshow pieces that go with the 12-inch dolls. And then over here is the crown jewel of my collection. Entire complete set of the Star Wars 3-packs and Empire 3-packs. At this present moment, it is the best condition in the world. Nobody else has a set in this condition. That possibly is going to change. But as of right now, this is the highest graded condition set in the world. Very, very rare set. The figures up top are three of the rarest production figures in the world. You have the double telescoping Ben, double telescoping Vader, and double telescoping Luke. These three figures I actually traded for. I own the entire G.I. Joe line of figures of this size, the 3 3/4 inch, and ended up trading my entire collection of 185 of them for these three figures. Never looked back, and I'm absolutely grateful that I actually did it. Down below, you can see here I have the early bird kit. That was the very first way that any type figures came into life, really, back in the day, because they couldn't get figures out soon enough at the store, so they would sit this out at the store. And then you can see up top, this was a Melloway box that you would get. And inside the box, you have your first 4 figures. So this is the very first presentation of how Kenner produced and put out their figures. So, you know, one of my favorite cases in the world is this case. So I think that kind of sums it up, caps it up. I want to give you a little heads up. I also run Jeff's Collectible Empire, mainly all eBay. But if you dealt with this, hopefully all your transactions have been great. Let me introduce you to Julie Redger. If you've dealt with Jeff's Collectible Empire, she is solely the one who runs that company. I am just the buyer and information. She's the heart and soul of that whole company. So if you deal with that company, she is the one you communicate with, you deal with pricing, any of that stuff. She actually is top notch. She can take care of you. So if you got any collections out there of any type of vintage memorabilia, you can get a hold of us on eBay or contact me through any way possible. Jeff Jacob 5140 at AOL.com. So JJACOB 5140 at AOL.com. If you have a collection to sell, we'd be glad to take a look at it. I pay some of the top prices out there right now. Otherwise, one quick note. This is my wife, and she was the one doing the video. She absolutely is the reason why I own this collection. I had a tough time buying the 3-pack collection. It was very, very expensive, but she convinced me to buy it, and I'm grateful that she did, because now we see how much it's worth over that, and I never have an opportunity to get it again, so I'm very grateful.
Well, part of the problem was that our money was in the stock market, and I didn't trust it because the economy was going so bad. So I told him to take everything out of the stock market and buy the 3-packs.
So there you are. Most wives have an absolute fit of their husband spending money, but thankfully I'm grateful to have the wife I have that has always been extremely supportive.